Severus Agaman serves as the first captain of the Ultramarines chapter during the 41st millennium. Formerly the captain of the Ultramarine Second Company preceding the First Tyrannic War, Agaman assumed the mantle of first captain following the death of Captain Saul Invictus at the hands of High Fleet Behemoth during the Battle of Macragge within its northern solar fortress. Assuming the responsibilities of Regent of Ultramar, it is Agaman's duty to govern the chapter homeworld of Macragge during the absence of Chapter Master Marneus Calgar. A veteran of many centuries of war, Agaman's command of the elite First Company for over 200 standard years has earned him much glory and the respect of his peers. Officially the successor of the mantle of Chapter Master should Marneus Calgar perish, many within the chapter regardless believe Captain Cato Sicarius of the Second Company to be a more fitting successor of the Lord of Macragge. Fueling a rivalry between the two captains, whether such speculation will one day prove true remains unclear. Defending the realm of the Ultramarines during the invasion of Ultramar of 854.M41, Agaman incurred a grievous injury when combating the Demon Prince, Makar the Reborn. Though recovering from his wounds, Chief Librarian Varro Tigurius confided in his chapter master that he believed Severus to no longer be fit for the mantle of first captain. Considering the wisdom of his master of the Librarius, Calgar refused to condemn his stalwart subordinate and allowed him a chance to redeem his honor. Retaining his command of the warriors of Ultramar, Agaman defended Macragge from the invasion of the Black Legion during 999.M41. Their mission to murder the comatose Primarch of the 13th, Rabute Guilliman, housed within a shrine of the Temple of Correction. Though the responsibility to defend the temple lay with the Second Company, Severus's men combated their foes, harrying the fortress of Hera. The Celestinians, newly arrived refugees from the destruction of Cadia, beseeched Chapter Master Calgar for an audience, the outcome of which would turn the tide of the Long War. Archmagos Belisarius Cawl required access to the Temple of Corrections in order to fit the armor of fate to the dormant Primarch, and with the aid of the Eldar, Yvraine, promised a means to revive the son of the Emperor. Wary of Xenos' treachery, Agaman beseeched Marneus Calgar to refuse such near-heretical rituals, and reasoned that the Celestinians must be put into confinement until the siege had concluded. Saint Celestine revealed her divine sanction received by the Emperor himself, despite staring down the barrels of the guns of the Ultramarines' honor guard. Asking Varro Tigurius for counsel, Marneus acceded to the advisements of his chief librarian that his visions of the arrival of the Celestinians proved the righteousness of their cause as the Emperor's will made manifest. Permitting the Celestinians to minister to his dormant Genesire, Marneus and Agaman returned to the battle waging outside the Shrine of Guilliman to buy time. Rabute Guilliman arose from his slumber, taking to the field as traitor Space Marines flooded the fortress of Hera, unknowingly charging to their doom. Repelling the invaders of his realm, the Avenging Sun looked upon the champions of his chapter with pride, before being coronated as the returned Lord of Ultramar upon his long empty throne. Agaman looked on with pride, his elite First Company vindicated in their defense of their homeworld during its most momentous trial in its history. For 7 solar months, Agaman alongside Saint Celestine and Inquisitor Greyfax retook the orbital batteries of Magna Civitas and strategic outposts of Macragge from traitor forces. Remaining on Macragge as his Primarch returned to Holy Terror to meet with the Emperor, Agaman pledged a contingent of his company to join his liege. Reconquering Ultramar with aid from Chief Librarian Tigurius and Marneus Calgar, the century of warfare bolstered the military strength of Ultramar in time for another impending invasion of the Pawns of Chaos. During 012.M42, the Death Guard Legion under the command of their demon Primarch, Mortarion, enacted the Plague Wars of Ultramar. Beset on all sides, the Ultramarines staved off the corrupting influence of Nurgle's blighted contagions until the Avenging Sun returned to their side. Casting back the tide of rot and ruin, the Avenging Sun realized that to maintain this vast empire during these bleak times, it must expand back to its former glory. Appointing Agaman as the first member of the newly restored Tetrarchs of Ultramar, as Tetrarch of Konor Severus would be tasked with reclaiming Ultramar's territories to the galactic north, such as the Scourge Stars. Called to combat Hive Fleet Leviathan during the Fourth Tyrannic War within the Segmentum Pacificus, the teachings of his mentor, High Chaplain Orton Cassius, in combating the Great Devourer have proved invaluable. Combating the Tendril of Grendilus, at the vanguard of his Soulblade Rapid Response fleet, Agaman continues to uphold his duty as the venerated first captain of his prestigious chapter with pride.